It's been a dream and a goal of me and my family's for me to reach that moment in the sport. And if you come over to my house, the belt says world champion on it.
I was a young man. I still am, I feel like, but just more mature in the fight game and as a person. Just the understanding of what we do, not being too emotional, not getting caught up in the media, not getting caught up on social media.
It's not that I ever doubt myself or anything, but this is fighting, man. You go out there, this is the theater of the unknown. Anything can happen no matter how prepared you are. So that, you know, those nerves and feelings are always around for me. But besides that, I know I'm better than these guys, man.
As a young fighter, you know, that stuff really can affect you if you play into it. If you live your life online and take to heart what these people are saying, what the critics are saying, what your opponent's saying he's going to do, you know, that just kind of creeps into your head and affects you. And I think it did affect my performance. But I've been working my ass off since that fight, and I'm a completely different fighter.
I don't care how much pain I go through, how much I bleed, how many in the crowd say I can't do it. I don't care, I got self-belief, and I get it done, baby.
And now, it's something I do.
Yeah.
Who I am as a father and a husband, and a hard worker. You know, it kind of put things into perspective and slowed things down in my life a little bit. Taught me patience.
This is just the beginning for me, man. I'm 26 years old. This is my 5-year anniversary yesterday in the UFC. I made my debut on a New Year's card.
When I got back to the hotel room that night, you know, with my wife, and I had the belt with me, it was just, it felt surreal. It felt, I knew I was capable of doing it, and I knew all the years and work I've put in. I felt like it was gonna happen. That's what made it so much sweeter, you know, getting it done. Because at times it looked like it wasn't gonna happen. So it was a very special moment. It felt earned, not given, you know, and that's why it was such a sweet moment for me. My wife's been a team player, been on the team, put her dreams aside to help me follow mine. And when we got back to the room in Atlanta after that night, she told me, she said, "I told you so." Having that belt there in the flesh, holding it, it was incredible, man. I'm gonna remember that night for the rest of my life. That, I would say top of that list is my daughter being born. Right underneath that is holding that strap up in the sky. Not that I ever got away from that home life or anything. I've always been there, but if anything, it's taught me patience, and it's put fighting in perspective to me. Because before she was born, fighting was everything, and it still is, but it was who I was. Made me look at myself in the mirror and make me want to be more defensively responsible, take less damage. I want to be there for my daughter, you know. I want to be there when she gets married and has kids herself one day. It's hers. Oh, she loves it too, and I don't know how she knows, but because she's only 3, she understands what's going on, but not to that level. But I think she feels how much it means to me. I don't want to be beat up old man, you know. And I know this, what I do for a living is good for you, but if I can do it smart, I can age well. You know, I stopped caring so much about what people thought and about what people said. Not only my opponents, but the media and the fan base. That's the biggest takeaway from that fight. I'm not in this sport for revenge or to get even with these guys. I want to leave my own legacy. And after I beat Khabib, I believe in myself. I don't need him to have glaring weaknesses for me to be confident and strong going into this fight. I think my success is a accumulation of all the lessons I've learned and the years I've put in and the rounds that I've trained. When I first started fighting, the sport of fighting, I didn't even expect to, I had not one thought of money or fame or anything like that in my mind. I just wanted to fight.
I've proven that I've become interim world champion, #1 contender. Our careers have gone their own routes, and it's come back full circle. You know, he went on to be the world champion, and now here we are 6 years later, and on the cusp of a huge fight, huge pay-per-view. Right now, I'm at the highest. I think I might be #2, but #1 just lost, so I might be #1 now. So I'm probably the next contender for the belt at 155 pounds. And right now, the champ situation is kind of muddy waters. I know the world's going to be watching, so I'm excited. And I'm excited to show the improvements and the evolution of my mixed martial art.
I know that I have the potential to be the best in the world. I cut no corners. I learn from my mistakes and my success. I put everything into this, you know. My wrestling's underrated, man. I can scramble back up and get up under anybody, I feel like. And I wasn't scared to give up position, you know, jumping guillotines, I would get back up and that would tire him out. I have incredible cardio. People are always going to point to something. These checks are going to cash, and I have another win on my record and another step closer to fighting for a world title. So they can point and say what they want. I'm laughing all the way to the bank and all the way back home to my family with another win that I earned. Nothing's been given. I don't plan on taking long. I'm not taking a year off. You know, I'm hitting my stride right now. I'm in my prime, feeling the best I've ever felt. And I want to keep growing on this.
Maybe there were times in there I could have did more. I was just so prepared, and now I got to wake up and look myself in the mirror every morning with this result. And if anything adversity's taught me in the past, is when times are good, be grateful, and when times like this, be graceful.
I do want a title shot. I feel like I've earned it. I'm next. I paid my dues year after year in this gritty game.
Look at me as a kid, just how far I've come, but just making things happen for myself, you know, just fighting. It's just crazy to see that. Me and my wife started a nonprofit called the Good Fight Foundation, and every fight I try to use my platform for a big goal. We set a goal and try to raise money or do something for somebody. We were kind of going back and forth between two things that were happening in Louisiana that I was maybe thinking about trying to help out, and then I heard the story of this young kid who, you know, passed away from a very rare brain disease at a very young age, and he had a wish that we're trying to get together and raise money for a playground to be built for his school, so kids in his disabled class would have a playground to play. It feels good just to be a good person. That's what everybody should be trying to do. You know, if I'm gonna get in there and fight regardless. If I can help out as many people as I can by doing that, why not? A disabled playground. And he passed away before that ever happened. And I just feel like when I heard the story, it like hit my heart. I was like, wow, what a beautiful dream for a kid. You know, most kids want to go on shopping sprees or go to Disney or meet their favorite actor, or this kid wanted something. That everybody could bend. I just thought it was a beautiful dream and wish, and I think we owe it to him. I wanted, you know, just help as many people as I feel, and it's kind of spontaneous, the things we do, because we don't stick to one goal. It's not only kids, and it's not only, we've done stuff with fallen police officers' families, and it's not, whatever's going on that hits me in my feelings, and I say, this is important right now. I want to help out.
This fight, we're raising money. I'm going to auction off my whole fight kit and my gloves for the Pygmy people of Uganda. Recently they had a flood and it ruined the water well they have at an orphanage there, so we're doing a solar-powered water well and water tower. I'm just trying to make people smile and feel good, man, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna fight regardless. So if I can affect other people with what I'm gonna do already, that's what needs to be done.